Sports gives them diverse examples of greatness that until recently were hard to find in comic books. Even after the blockbuster movie Black Panther, more is being done to have lead characters fans can relate to. When you don't see the story you want to read, write it yourself.
I was looking around for like your Marvels and your DCs and whatnot to create a character, create more characters that I can identify with, and it wasn't happening. At least not at the pace that I was wanting.
High Point Christian Academy art teacher Rodney Bennett took his God-given gift.
I really felt like the Lord was pushing me in the direction to, hey, man, if you want to see something happen, you can't look for nobody else to do it.
And created his first graphic novel, Legend of the Black Star, No Rest for the Weary.
If superheroes lived in a real world, they wouldn't all be white. And that's just real talk.
Plenty of action for you now. I got plenty of it in there.
Work like Rodney's is becoming less of the exception.
It was very few characters of color.
And more of the norm.
I think that it is important to a lot of publishers to have characters that can speak to all types of people.
Acme Comics General Manager Jermaine Exum, also known as Lord Retail.
Naomi from DC Comics, she's only been around since 2019, but she just is getting a pilot.
Showed us how black characters are represented in comics and graphic novels across a variety of subjects, from military history and the civil rights movement to music.
The history of the Apollo Theater, anything you can think of.
Although more attention is being put on black lead characters, African Americans have been contributing to the genre for decades.
Some of these excellent artists were enjoyed by many people who never really knew what they looked like. Had they known what they looked like, I don't know what the experience would have been like.
Invisible Men, the trailblazing black artist of comic books, recognizes some outstanding talent, including Matt Baker, who was born in Forsyth County.
His books are very rare. His books are very hard to find because they're 1940s material when people didn't preserve or keep anything. But just beautiful artwork for the time period. This is very striking. We do make it a point here to make diverse creators and characters always visible, not just during February, but we want the stuff to always be outward facing and represented in some way.
And Jermaine says the pandemic has actually increased interest in comics at his store. People are looking for an escape and a way to fill the void of movie theaters being closed.